Stars up above me, stars in my eyes, fire below me, starting to rise.
All right. Before we jump into this video, no, that title is not clickbait. Let's go. All right, guys. So I wanted to make this weekly is just going to be a little like a little story, just kind of about where we are at right now on our YouTube journey. We've had a lot of cool updates that we just kind of learned about this week, as well as some new thresholds, some new milestones we've hit. So I'm going to talk you guys through kind of where this started and where we're going to go with it, because we don't really know, but we got a couple really cool ideas. So first and foremost, about 3 months ago, just under 3 months ago, I linked up with one of my buddies who I'd worked with together at the past company that I was at, and we just were chopping it up about like the new wild west of the internet. I had just come off making money on Snapchat Spotlight, and I was like really chomping at to get into something new, or to try the model that had worked so well with Snapchat on a new platform. You know, bandwidth is always an issue, right? And I had the strategy, I had the system, but there's just the final piece of the puzzle of the distribution, the posting, the strategy that I really wasn't able to put enough time into. That was the burning the midnight oil for me when I was doing Snapchat. You know, I was uploading those clips most of the time between 1 in the morning. Sometimes I'd go until like 2 or 3 in the morning. It was really actually draining me when I was trying to deliver for our clients. And frankly, probably had an impact on my performance, but I realized that I couldn't keep doing that I needed to find other people that were stoked about this idea. So huge shout outs to Colton, who came in and really started rocking it for us. And we really just laid the foundation of let's do exactly what we were doing on Snapchat, but take it to YouTube, finding great footage from around the internet, crediting creators, and then amplifying it in a whole new way using the YouTube Shorts platform. So we started doing that on a pretty massive scale. We've got great people in our systems. We've really dialed in how this gets carried out on a day-to-day basis. And we just kind of had blind faith that this was going to turn into something. We didn't really know what it was going to turn into. We didn't really have an expectation, but we thought it could be big. And then on June 11th, the channel really started scaling. I'll pull up some of the YouTube dashboard analytics here, and you'll see that the channel was getting like 20, 30, 50, 60, 70,000 views a day leading up until this period. But when the channel really started scaling, it was around June 11th when we really hit like our first, I think it was over like 500 or 700,000 views in a single day. And that's when we got really, really excited. And since then, we've been on this massive just like journey of scaling and optimizing, you know, really figuring out the best ways to source content, figuring out the best ways to name that content, to distribute that content, what time lengths, what day parts, all these things that kind of go into the strategy. But at the foundation of it, it's been relentless consistency. That process, ever since June 11th, we've been scaling this channel in a massive way. And just yesterday, we hit 1 billion views in 90 days on Epic Human's YouTube channel, which is a pretty massive threshold for me. I had no idea that we would ever get there. You know, when we were first talking about it, we were like, hey, if at the end of the year we're at like 10K subs, 50K subs, like that would be a really big win. Because from there, we were really hoping that we could start snowballing the growth of the channel with other forms of content, and then really develop something that could be long lasting. We had no idea that we'd be sitting here on August 20th with 750,000 subscribers, over 1 billion views in the past 90 days. And we were highlighted as one of the top 50 channels on YouTube by TubeFilter a couple weeks back, like at the beginning of July. And now we're still ranked as we're actually a top 40 channel now. We're number 35 on the list for the most trafficked channels in terms of watch volume in the United States. So it's been a wild journey of just like scaling and building and like figuring out what do these media outlets turn into. And that's what we're really focused on right now. What the future looks like with these channels is we're really hoping and we're really pushing ourselves to think about how do we create best in class original content, whether it's short form or long form. What does that mean for this channel? how do we really monetize this channel in a way that's going to be dependable, a way that we can build a team around it and create something that's here to last. Monetization on YouTube is something that we haven't done yet. We haven't even monetized Epic Humans yet. We've been really focused on building audience, focused on content. And to all my creators out there that are like trying to build a platform of anything, whether you're building an Instagram page, a TikTok, a YouTube, whatever platform you like the most. I love YouTube, so that's where we're at right now. That's what we're doing. That's why I make videos like this on this platform, because I believe in it. But I do think that you've got to be really intentional. You've got to be really consistent, and you've got to hold yourself to a standard higher than most of what you want to be. You've got to figure out how you can execute high volume. You've got to figure out how you can execute almost every day of the week when you're getting going, because that consistency really does wonders in the algorithm. So I say all that to say we're at a pretty cool place right now where we're going to continue our short strategy that continues to just bring massive volume to the channel. We're going to continue to develop more original content. And if you have any ideas for original content, please get in the comments and let me know. We've got some great ones we're working on right now, but there's going to be plenty more coming out. And I'm so stoked to really turn this into a platform, turn this into a network that you guys can enjoy epic content with every day, baby. So I wanted to just tune in this week, back to just kind of life and business. This week has been pretty crazy. We've got people moving, we've got new people coming on board. So we've been in this hiring, shooting, had a bunch of shoots this week, had a new videographer that I was working with this week that shot some great footage. Joseph, huge shout out to Joseph. So we're gonna have another BTS sort of weekly coming for you, maybe next week. If not, we'll kick those back up in like 2 weeks. But this week, you just got your boy here chopping it up about YouTube, life and business. Things are going super, super well. Really can't complain. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Peace, love, and positivity. As always, stay over it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We Stealing at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rocking fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, I might crash, cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young.